Hello, welcome everyone, and happy Monday. It's Martin here at Crypto Gains, and we're beginning our week with an analysis of Bitcoin versus Tether. What I have here is the 4-hour chart, and we can see that there is a fair bit indecisiveness going on. A lot of the trade activity during the weekend happened within the tight range between 19,000 and 19,200. At the minute, we're tinkering with the blue MACD line just above the red line. Relative strength index reading at 54 approximately, fairly neutral reading. So the only way to trade this profitably is to use a bit of a higher leverage, and the way that I'm reading the chart, initiating long positions over 19,200 with a target at 19,400, or either trading that range 19,000 to 19,200, the bounces, the variations between that range with a lot of leverage. Conversely, if prices break below 19,000, looking for a target at 18,800. So at least 3 ways to trade that. All of them involve the use of higher leverage. Of course, this makes the trade riskier, but it's also going to magnify your profit potential. We can see that 19,400 has now become the new resistance area, so that would be my target for long positions. Also, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see the formation of a double top. That second top was lower than the first one, considered a bearish formation. If we see a third top, which is yet lower than that previous two, and if we break below that 18,800 level, we can be seeing a very substantial drop in the price of Bitcoin over the coming days. But now let's move to Ethereum versus Tether. Similarly, on the 4-hour chart, a lot of the activity over the weekend happened within the range of 590 to 600. Currently, we're within that range as well. Either you can trade that range up and down with high leverage, conversely over 600, initiating long positions with target at 620. That's a bit of a longer term trade. Conversely, if we break below 590, looking for short positions with a target at 575. Again, that's a shorter term trade. That's a longer term trade, pardon me. And then within the short term, 590 to 600 with higher leverage on any bounce up and down within that range. XRP versus Tether, or Ripple versus Tether, very similar picture. Most of the activity over the weekend happened within that range that I discussed on Friday, 0.6 to 0.63. Similarly, waiting for a breakout outside of these ranges, I'll be looking for short positions with a target at 0.58 or long positions with a longer term target at 0.68. Conversely, as we said, in the short term, you can trade any bounces between 0.6 and 0.63 with a higher leverage. Now, about some actually meaningful ideas. That chart may seem a bit overwhelming to you, but let me explain and everything will make sense to you. What we have here is Monero Tether. On the 4-hour chart, we can see the formation of a very robust, very good uptrend with higher highs and higher lows. However, what we observed was a sharp rejection of the relative strength index after it attempted to breach that 70 level overbought territory, which is good for many cryptocurrencies, as I have observed. And in the past, in Monero versus Tether, whenever that happened, we saw sharp rejection followed by a steep decline. So currently, the way that I'm reading the chart, if we break under 138, I'll be looking for short positions, selling Monero versus Tether with a target at 133 and a stop loss at 140. Conversely, if we zoom out a little bit, we can see that the daily chart is looking fairly constructive and we're approaching overbought territory on the relative strength index. So if we are able to do that by breaking above 141, I'll be looking for a long position with a target at 149 and a stop loss at 140. So very favorable risk to reward ratio. Finally, the trade idea that I recommended on Friday for Bitcoin SV versus Tether remains very much intact. We have a bullish crossover with the blue MACD line crossing above the red signaling line, relative strength index fairly neutral but slowly going up, so over 180. target at 200 and 210 and stop loss at 170. Of course, I would like to remind you to consider joining our Crypto Signals Made Easy group, where we are sharing a lot of trading signals, insightful articles, analysis of various cryptocurrencies, helping you become a more profitable and effective crypto trader. As always, keep learning by going on the video education section and engaging with the previous videos of Crypto Gains Market Insights. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a good week, trade wisely, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in, and if you liked what you see and you're not already with us, click on the link in the description below and become part of the Stormgain community. That way you will never miss another opportunity and you will become a more profitable crypto trader. See you soon.